It's National Rural Crime Action Week. I'm Katie Bourne and I'm the Police and Crime Commissioner for Sussex.
Hi, I'm Ellie Vasey-Thompson.
My name's David Sidwick. I'm the Dorset Police and Crime Commissioner.
I'm Andrew Snowden, Lancashire's Police and Crime Commissioner.
I'm Angelique Foster, Derbyshire Police and Crime Commissioner.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Zoe Metcalfe, Police, Fire and Crime Commissioner for North Yorkshire and York, and I'm Vice Chair of the National Rural Crime Network.
I know that rural crime can have a huge and devastating impact on communities. That's in part because these communities are often more isolated than others and therefore victims can feel more vulnerable following rural crime. But it's also in part due to the fact that rural crime quite often has a direct impact on people's livelihoods.
Our rural communities and our rural businesses are an integral part of why it's such an amazing part of England.
I believe that our rural communities across the county deserve a strong and robust policing service that protects their lives and livelihoods.
But the major crime going on across the county is acquisitive crime. That's theft and burglary.
I commissioned a project to review how domestic abuse is responded to locally within healthcare settings. North Yorkshire has a large rural area with a low population density, and this creates further risks and challenges for victims and survivors of domestic abuse.
You wouldn't necessarily associate beautiful areas like this with organised crime, but actually farms, rural businesses, rural communities are often targeted by organised crime gangs, nicking plants and machinery to order to ship out abroad, all the way through to drug gangs that use runarounds in these areas to try and avoid the police, or antisocial behaviour that happens up on the moors with scrambler bikes. All of this criminal activity is a real blight on beautiful places like this.
Now, local people have invested quite a bit of money through their council tax into establishing a dedicated rural crime team for our county.
And one of the stunning successes that we've had in Dorset is how we are now tackling rural crime. And that's through the Dorset Partnership Against Rural Crime, which brings together all the partners. It brings together local authorities, it brings together the police, it brings together forestry, it brings together Dorset Wildlife Trust, it brings together just about everybody you could think of in the rural environment with the one goal of driving down rural crime.
And that's why I've invested so much into rural policing, £700,000 in the last year alone, to build up one of the largest rural policing teams in the country.
We're working with our healthcare providers, focusing on rural communities, identifying healthcare settings such as GP surgeries, community care coordinators, social prescribers and pharmacies to offer them specialist support and training to better identify and respond to domestic and sexual abuse. As part of our wider strategy to address violence against women and girls, we're also working with our partners to identify and explore other suitable locations where victims can easily and quickly access help and advice. But to tackle the issue head on, I have recently provided funding to contribute to a specially converted camper van to provide support to women in the rural and isolated parts of the county. So the service is able to bring advice and support to victims rather than having to travel to get support.
As part of my plan to reduce rural crime, we are proactively helping our farmers to protect their property from thieves. I've invested extra funding to expand our high-tech property marking scheme for farmers across the whole of Derbyshire, offering them state-of-the-art technology. Each item receives a unique identification number, making ownership verification quick and efficient. And these data tag labels will also send a clear warning to potential thieves and will act as a deterrent.
Across the south of England, not just in the southwest, in order to better understand the networking of these organised criminal groups so that we can engage more proactively and more positively in terms of interdiction operations.
And ultimately, ensuring that our communities can not only be safe, but feel safe. I know through working together is the only way that we will make that a reality.
This Rural Crime Week provides us with an opportunity to showcase nationally many of the challenges that our rural communities face. But I'm committed to working all year round with our communities in Surrey to understand the challenges that they face and work with them to address them.